Management Skills Training Program, Video 1-1. Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I'm the instructor of this management course. First of all, I'd like to say thank you all for joining this course. Before we start today's session, let me introduce myself. My name is Satoshi Komatsu, and I'm a management consultant and also a professional engineer specialized in information technology. I've been providing managerial and technological consulting services for many companies for the past 10 years. And I am currently working for JICA as a business management expert. And most important, I'm a cat person. I have 2 adorable cats in Japan. They are now 19 years old. I can't live without them. Okay, today I'll walk you through the basic elements of the business management. Let's go over the contents of this course just briefly. In part 1, we will show you the role of the middle managers in an organization. In part 2, we will learn how to enhance your and your team's business performance. And in part 3, we'll learn effective ways to educate your subordinates. And in part 4, we will think about why increasing organizational capacities is important for us. And at the last part, we'll think about leadership to achieve innovation. Part 1 is divided into 2 videos. In this first video, we'll learn the definitions of management, stakeholders, and organization by referencing a couple of high-profile companies. So what is management? There are many definitions of management, but in this course, let's put it this way. Management of organization is defined as in order to achieve organizational objectives, allocating various resources, including man, money, time, information, etc., making the plan, and executing and monitoring it by coping with various changes in the business environment. In other words, management is to promote the cycle of plan, do, check, and act. Let's turn now to the change in the business environment. What can you think of when we think about a change in the business environment? For example, you may say globalization of business operation, development of ICT and high technology, fewer children and aging society. This is the case in Japan. Reorganization of the public sector, deregulation, and privatization. Environmental consciousness. LGBTQ workplace constellations. Compliance and corporate governance. But don't forget about this pandemic. Probably you can find many other changes in your business environment. Some of them may be opportunities or threats to your company. Let's take a look at Henri Fayol's concept of management. Henri Fayol was born in 1841. He was a French mining engineer, executive, and author. he is said to have laid the foundation for the management theory. According to Henry Field, management consists of the following functions. First, forecast or planning. It means to forecast the future and make the plan or strategy. Organization is to allocate resources and establish an appropriate organization. Supervision is to promote the staff's business activities and supervise the progress. Coordination is to coordinate the relation with other departments. Evaluation is to assess the results and to make the next plan. Okay, stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders of your company? Is your company satisfying them? Has your company assessed their levels of satisfaction? The main 6 stakeholders of the business organization are customers, shareholders, employees, suppliers, society, and government. The organization needs to identify its stakeholders and establish its business process to continuously satisfy them. This slide shows the definition of organization by Chester Irving Barnett. He was an American business executive. He joined the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, now AT&T, in 1909. In 1927, he became the president of the New Jersey Bell Telephone Company. According to his definition, the organization is a system of consciously coordinated activities or forces of 2 or more persons. And 3 elements are necessary for organizations, namely common purpose, communication, and willingness to serve. This slide shows the principles of organization. There are 6 principles. 1, principle of specialization, meaning promoting the efficiency of jobs and improving them by classifying the jobs and specializing them. Number 2 is principle of hierarchy. In promoting specialization of jobs, there are many jobs units, so it is necessary to make a hierarchy of the organization and specify each responsibility. And principle of unity of control. It is very confusing if you are instructed by multiple bosses. So you should be controlled by a sole senior person. Number 4, span of control. For a manager to make appropriate instruction to subordinates with understanding their situations, there should be limitations in the number of subordinates they can supervise. For routine jobs, it would be around 20 persons. For non-routine jobs, around 10 persons. And a principle of authority and responsibility. To fulfill the responsibility, a manager should be given the necessary authority. And number 6, principle of managing exceptions. A manager should allocate ordinary jobs to subordinates, and he should deal with exceptional jobs himself. This diagram shows relationships between elements within and related to an organization. Management mission and vision are established by top management. Based on the mission and vision, management strategies are formed considering the changes in the business environment. The management mission, vision, and the strategies are realized through the organization, consisting of employees, structure, system, and the daily behavior. Then the business results are created. So managers needed to share the mission, vision, and the strategies among subordinates so that everyone is on the same page and heading in the same direction. They also need to control the daily behavior of the subordinates for achieving business performance and train their subordinates properly. Let me explain three basic concepts in management, namely management philosophy, mission, and vision. These three terms are commonly used in the business world. However, their definitions are pretty vague and varying according to people or context. So the best way to understand is to observe some examples. This slide shows an example of Panasonic Corporation. Management philosophy, let me put it this way here, describes basic thoughts for business activity. Take a look at the Panasonic case. Let me read. A better life, a better world, devotion to the progress of a society and the well-being of people throughout the world. Well, it's a rather vague statement, but this will give its employees a sense of direction, especially when they get lost. Okay, mission. Mission explains in what way or field the company wishes to contribute to the society. Let me read. Through our business activities, we at Panasonic have long nurtured our consumer electronics DNA, making this DNA central to all our activities and carrying it forth. We aim to continue to provide better living for our customers in the various spaces and areas where our customers go about their lives, such as their homes, communities, businesses, travel, and car industries. Well, in this statement, Panasonic clarifies the fields and the domains they will target. Vision describes how the company wishes to contribute. Let's take a look at Panasonic vision. Let me read. Progress and the development can only be realized through the combined efforts and cooperation of each employee. United in spirit, we pledge to perform our corporate duties with dedication, diligence, and integrity. This vision looks like defining its employees' code of conduct and also serving to obtain the trust from the public. Okay, let's take a look at another famous example. Probably every human being on this planet has ever used this company's service. Google Inc. This company presents its management philosophy in a very unique way, namely 10 things we know to be true. Let me read this. 1, focus on the user and all else will follow. This means you should concentrate on customer satisfaction. And number 2, it's best to do one thing really, really well. Meaning you should concentrate on one core business. Number 3, fast is better than slow. Well, this is self-explanatory. The number 4, democracy on the web works. Well, Google provides the service which enhances democracy. Number 5, you don't need to be at your desk to need an answer. Well, this statement is a little bit big, but in my understanding, Google focuses on mobile applications. Number 6, you can make money without doing evil. Well, this is self-explanatory. And then number 7, there is always more information out there, meaning you should go out of the company and do not stay in the company. And you can find many important information out of the company. And number 9, you can be serious with the suit. This means how you look is not so important. What you do, who you are, is more important. In other words, creativity is very important. Number 10, great just isn't good enough. Well, this is also very vague, but I think there is no limitation for improvement. It's my understanding. Okay, it's so Google, isn't it? Let's look at Google's mission. The mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. By this mission, Google firmly declares that their primary field is information. As the last part of this video, I'll give you 5 quizzes. Don't worry though. If you have watched this video carefully, these quizzes are very easy to answer. I'll send an answer sheet for these quizzes later. Don't forget to send back your answer sheet by the stipulated date. Okay, this is the end of this video. Please proceed to the next one.